I just wanted to share a little bit of the Sunday charge up with you boys. Look, it's something I love doing. Every single Sunday night, I do an 8 p.m. live coaching session inside of our High Performance Father program. So it looks like we are live and rocking. Fantastic. Because before I was playing up, wasn't sure if I was going to stream. Only reason why I'm using Zoom, I'm going to do a screen share and run through a couple of bits and pieces for you guys here. I'm the alignment coach on the inside of our HPF program. Alignment is A to B, where are we going and why? And those pillars of progress that I've spoken about before, precision, how well are you doing something, purpose, why are you doing it? It plays a crucial role in really justifying our actions, but actually seeing the achievement that we take step by step throughout the pathway of life, but also understanding the alternative. Point minus A, what will happen if we don't change? What will happen if I don't do something? So it's one of my favorite sessions of the week. I kick it off every single Sunday. We build a beautiful rhythm and cadence. Let's get the guys in good flow, good speed, good tempo, week to week, and get them charging ahead. I just want to share one part of that, as it's a 55-minute session. I'm just going to share you a part for a couple of minutes, and that's it. And it's about emotion and facts. So as I do a screen share here, one key thing we need to just really look at and explore is when you're holding on to emotions, asking some questions, and we're going to hit this with a couple of different ways. Asking the question, how long will you stay for? Because it's not a 5-minute, 5-hour, 5-day rule, all that other BS. We're human beings, right? This is important for us to understand, establish. I'll bring that front and center. Hopefully that's a better picture for you there. It's important for us to understand that the rhythms and cycles of life are really something that we create and determine. You're not robots. You're not here to live a robotic life and just have something where it's like, all right, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. That's it, done. Let's move on. It doesn't work that way. But it is important to question things that are holding inside of your heart, your head, how long they're actually going to be there. But also, is this serving me or not? Is it moving you forward by holding on to these emotions or feelings, or is it cutting you away and pulling you into a lesser man because you allow it, because you choose it? This is why anger is a damaging thing. Rage, bitterness, disappointment in yourself, things where it comes from a blame or shame point of view, really starts to play a role in the judge and the victim inside of your life, which ultimately are two tenants inside of your kingdom. They don't own the place. They may stay there temporarily, but you are the one. This is your life. You are the one wearing the crown to dictate the rights and the wrongs inside of your life. So it's important to ask the question, is this serving me or not? And then ultimately, are you even consciously aware of the emotions that you hold on to, the triggers, which an emotion is really a trigger that you've maintained a level of acceptance over, which has maintained a part of your belief system for a prolonged period of time. Good, bad, and the ugly. Is this playing a role inside of the decision-making processes? You don't know what you don't know, right? So if you don't even know or recognize where this could be playing a role inside of your life, you are limiting and losing control of the life you can live. So let's look at this another way in this cycle. Origin. Where did you come from? This is important, men. Like, you can have a big sweet spot between being that big Viking and being a panda bear for the kids. Sometimes you need to be one, the other. You can be both. Where did you come from? When it's emotions, feelings, things that you are holding on to. Why are you here? What point, role, purpose are you playing inside of my life? You need to do this. It's important, men. We must zoom out and analyze and have that awareness over what we're actually experiencing and what we're going through, so we can have a better understanding of where we are, where we've come from, so we can navigate the pathway forward to where we want to go. Life cycle. How long are you spending inside of my life? How long will you be here for? And it's not you're detaching for the emotions and feelings, you're just zooming out so you can zoom back in and bring a greater level of purpose. And that purpose is, okay, where are you taking me? Forwards or backwards? I'm telling you, man, this is crucial. When it comes to the uncertain times at the moment, what we're all going through, fix that arrow up, what we're all going through leads to a lot of volatility. You need stability in your life to counter that, which means what you attend to, what you pay attention to becomes your focus, which starts to dial in your reality, not just the feelings alone. What's the reality you're currently feeling? But where are you exploring that? Where have you come from? Why are you here? How long will you be here? And where are you taking me? Forwards or backwards? Once you start to get a grip on this, men, you start to liberate yourself and take responsibility again over your emotions and feelings, knowing that they can run their course, they have come to pass, and you're not at fault, you're not to blame. It's natural to have these feelings. The old bulls of yesteryear, they may have put up a good front, but they were falling apart behind closed doors in something which is not aligned or intuitive to who we are naturally as human beings. That also doesn't mean that we need to sit around campfires holding pinkies singing Kumbaya all the time. No disrespect if you have. I'm just painting a picture of perspective to give you one range and the other to help you adjust your viewpoint on things when it comes to emotions, feelings, and facts. Unfortunately, what happens with these emotions and feelings, they create a set of facts which create an illusion that aren't always necessarily true in the external reality, just the internal reality. So what does that become? An excuse. And when we're looking at excuses, fellas, there's a few definitions. But one that I like to share is an excuse is an acceptance on why you didn't do something. The question is, boys, how many accepts are you going to have in your life before you realize that something needs to change? How many accepts? How many times are you going to accept an excuse before you realize that, no, this is not me. This is the judge or the victim. This isn't who I really am. I'm stuck somewhere here in this emotional cycle, which has become a whirlwind of life, and I don't quite know how to get out. This is how. Tangible directions. Your feelings will ignite and your facts will win the fight. Apart from loving that absolutely rhymes, what I really enjoy here is you need both. It's two sides of the same coin, facts and feelings. And when you're looking at two sides, your feelings will be your rod and staff. They will drive you forward when things logically don't make sense. But if you're not aware and if you're not active in your conscious part of your mind, your heart and your soul, you will let them run rampant with all the things that you're exposed to, technology, people, places, and things that don't necessarily have your best agenda at heart, which means if they don't have your best interest at heart, you will lose the fight, which means you must look at facts to win that fight, which means getting tangible wins every single day. And as men, primal, it's numbers. Tracking the numbers. That's the tangible direction that you need to head into. You're at point A, there's my point Z. How do I get there? Runs on the board, 26 wins. That's how I get there, Al. Just keep racking them up and value yourself for that, men. You know, if you set an alarm, you don't press snooze and you go for a walk first thing in the morning. Very basic, short, sharp, quick example. That's 3 wins. That's 3 victories. Recognize that, because do you know how many people in the world aren't doing that? A fucking lot. Racking up the wins daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and over the decade, and building these facts, which will then reinforce your truth of the feelings, is how you're going to win. Men, emotions are natural. They're a part of us, a part of our makeup. Do not deny them. Do not hide them. Definitely don't suppress them. When it comes to love languages, a lot of other different sessions that I'm going to do with you in communication and clarity with your wife, seeking transparency, giving that transparency. Yes, there's some vulnerability. Yes, you can't be the Viking at times. You need to be the panda or someone who's softer, but you can't have one rule of roost. You need both. There's times when you need to build the steel, just like I need to at times, and someone comes in and threatens or comes into my world where I tell them to fuck off. And then there's other times where I'm such an empathetic man, I'll move mountains for you. And I do that for the men on the inside. I bleed for them. And I talk about feelings and emotion and self-love. All these words a 6'4", 110 kilo guy who wanted to rip people's heads off playing professional sport can openly share. That's certainty. That's confidence, not arrogance. That's a self-belief. That's an awareness. That's something that comes with time. It's a skill set. You all have that. So I want to get your shares, your takeaways, comments. Dive in the section below, boys, and share some takeaways from this on where you knew you were emotionally triggered. You held on to that emotion and that bit you in the ass at times when you held on to it too long. What are the questions that you need to ask around your emotions you currently feel in situations where it's not serving you well? Being short-tempered with the kids, being triggered, grumpy dad, all the things where it's not a right or wrong, blame or shame. It's just a recognition of the actions of past to now look at how you can move forward by not going through the same pattern, the same cycle, by owning your truth, internal and external, and then creating new truths with facts and feelings, driving home the facts. The feelings will ignite you. Absolutely. We are here to live life, purpose, meaning, fulfillment, contribution to our children, reward of seeing that, legacy. The facts are what's going to win you the fight, boys. Like, I'm such an emotionally driven man. Getting clear on the facts is what's helped me move forward every single day, 1%, bit by bit. That's how you win the long game. Not going for the big home runs, finding the wins and acknowledging them. You deserve them. You own them. They're yours. Don't cut yourself short. Don't tall poppy yourself. Have an amazing afternoon, man. Have a great week ahead. That's just a short share on one section of our mindset piece that I did last night, Sunday Charge Up. Critical, because when you become your own master of your own destiny, it comes down to how much you can handle the emotions and understand them and zoom out so you can zoom back in and use them as leverage to create a better set of facts inside and outside of your life to move forward and win. Take care, boys. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.